Oh, hello there. Yeah, well, yesterday was a fascinating day. Gave us a whole brilliant insight into the right-wing propaganda machine. First of all, we had Nigel Farage launching his economics for the 21st century, as I suppose that they might put it. Yes, you may recall back in 2010 we were sold the lie that austerity was needed because they had to cut government spending enormously because otherwise very bad things would happen. And they cut government spending enormously and very bad things did happen. But they carried on doing it despite the fact that lots of people on my side of the fence, one might say, said that very bad things were going to happen. And now that very bad things have happened, we have Reform who are suggesting that they're going to bring in tax cuts by giving the poor less money. Yes, they're going to austerity out of us out of austerity. I can't see any problems with that. After all, George Osborne was going to balance the books by 2015 and we'd all be laughing. So I imagine they're going to balance the books by magical place in the future, and you'll buy it because you're stupid. Yes, anyway, moving on to other things that people assume that you're stupid. Very often I accuse people of racism. And various people get upset that I've accused their mates of racism or whatever it might be because they're just having a laugh. But I thought, a couple of examples from yesterday from Darren Grimes, one particular person. He posted up 3 things which I'm going to share with you, and we'll have a think about if they're racist and just how funny they are. First up, there's this one. How has the Labour Party changed? And on the top picture, you'll notice there's a whole bunch of sort of sepia-tinted blokes, okay, and down the bottom there's Keir Starmer in a colour photograph. How has the Labour Party changed? Now, I'm wondering what we're supposed to think about this, because I'm guessing that what we're supposed to think about this is that the Labour Party used to represent white people, but it doesn't anymore. Yes, nodge, nod, wink, wink, dog whistle, dog whistle. But Darren, thankfully, isn't being racist here. Definitely not. No, he's just pointing these things out because we need to have an honest discussion, don't we? Yes, I think we do. I think we need to have an honest discussion about Darren Grimes and the fact that he's a paid agent of the Israeli state. But that's another thing, eh? He also posted this one up, which definitely isn't racist in any way, shape or form as well. So there was this one. What will Britain look like after 5 years of Keir Starmer? And I think at the centre of the photograph there's someone who's supposed to be Keir Starmer. What are we supposed to make of this, I wonder? What will Britain be like after 5 years of Keir Starmer? Well, I guess it'll be the sort of place where people are perfectly happy to wear whatever clothes they want. No, that isn't it, is it? No, Darren here, you see, is suggesting that Keir Starmer and other left-wingers like me are hand in hand with the Islamists because, oddly, it really is strange, this idea that someone like me would find somebody who's into radical Islam and all of the kind of very anti-progressive views that a person like that would have, that I'd have a lot in common with them compared to somebody like, I don't know, a racist like Darren. Well, it's often a toss-up, Darren. Yes, I know that's not a word that, I should throw around in your company because you'll probably take that the wrong way. Still, it's just a joke, mate, isn't it? And lastly, there's this one, which I think neatly sums it up, okay? So there were reports yesterday about Barclays Bank branches being targeted by Palestinian activists. Think of your way back to South Africa and how that definitely did work about bringing about the end of apartheid. But in this case, it's just still very bad because that's still the narrative, isn't it? Anyway, this is domestic terrorism. If it were white skinheads doing this, the media would be saying we were 1930s Germany. Yes, Darren. But you see, what Darren's doing here, once again, you see, is in effect creating this stupid image, which is whereby anybody with short hair, DMs, wearing, Fred Perry, is automatically a fascist. And it's just not true. Some of us aren't, Darren. Some of us dress like that because, we're quite anti-establishment. It's an old-fashioned thing, one might say. Something about the white working class that you don't understand. You see, the thing is, Darren, that we recognise that nasty racism and fascism and Nazism doesn't wear a uniform. It can come in all sorts of ridiculous clothing sitting on a high stall in a TV studio in London. Yeah? Because, skinheads are associated with, nasty violence. And I'm not suggesting that nasty violence should be visited upon Darren Grimes. But if I was, I'd just be joking about it, wouldn't I? Anyway, moving on from that, yes, you see, this is the basic problem that we have, and that the normies, that's you lot, okay, have to be stupid enough that you can't see exactly what's going on. Yesterday as well, we had the news that the Reform candidate for my old stomping ground of Battle and Hastings had been posting up an awful lot of dodgy stuff, right, about Adolf Hitler and basically racism. Just joking, though. And of course, lots of people were, defending the guy, saying, well, it's just him having a laugh. Except, of course, when you're having a laugh about the fact that we should have appeased Adolf Hitler and made peace with him in the 1930s, it's not a laugh, is it? That's what the guy believes. And oddly enough, he had some hair and he wasn't wearing Fred Perry. Odd that. Odd. Still, it's just a laugh, wasn't it? Just a laugh. And talking of laughs, I had to smile at this from Carl Benjamin, who was complaining about the Lib Dems. Yes, I know. He would call them Leninists because he's a perfectly reasonable human being. He doesn't like being called a fascist or racist or a misogynist or right-wing. But it's fine for him to call Lib Dems Leninists. That's his latest one. Anyone that's slightly to the right, to the left of the Conservative Party is a Leninist now. Yes, but that's okay because it's just a laugh, isn't it? Just having a laugh. It's a laugh. You don't understand the joke, do you? He does, yes. Anyway, you put this up. Why is Lib Dem propaganda so dishonest? Everyone can tell this is not a local paper. Yes, you see, it's one of those Lib Dem, election things that make look like a paper, which everybody can tell isn't. What are they doing, eh? Yeah, but it's printed on newspaper and framed as if this were news. Yes, I know, Darren, I've just said that. Anyway, it's transparent they're attempting to trick old dears into thinking this is illegitimate. It is so bizarre. Yeah, you see, because Darren, Carl's a sensible guy, right? He's not like you lot. He's not stupid like you, and he's especially not stupid like women, okay? So when people like me accuse him of being, a misogynist and having a poor attitude to women, he's fine with women, but he treats them with a level of contempt because they're so stupid that they fall for the Leninist propaganda. Or am I just having a laugh there? Or is he just having a laugh? No, he actually does think that, okay? He equates women with being mentally inferior. Not that he's a misogynist, and of course, the fact that I'm saying he's a misogynist and basically a bit of a fascist, I'm just having a laugh, okay? And your problem is that you don't understand. Carl doesn't understand. I'm just having a laugh. It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, funny that. Nah. No, it isn't. Anyway, enough of this bitching. Something caught my eye yesterday, which I'm going to share with you. Sometimes it's worthwhile paying to go behind a firewall, and there was this beautiful story in the Times from biology, one might say. Yeah, elephants give each other names, and they answer to them. Yes, if you can get past the firewall, please do have a look at that below. It's rather gorgeous. One of those things, I think, as you get older, is you become a lot more empathic. Well, not Darren or Carl or, Reform candidates. Obviously not. Just having a laugh there, obviously. Just having a laugh. They're real proper human beings. They're not stupid like an old woman. Just having a laugh. It's a laugh, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not suggesting they should have violence visited on their body, because that would be funny. No, it wouldn't, would it? Or is it? I don't know. I'm in that postmodern Carl thing where I've lost track of exactly how funny I'm being. Anyway, yeah, elephants apparently have individual names, which is rather gorgeous. And we understand this as we get older. Very often, it comes through having children. Not in Carl's case, obviously, but very often that's what it is. You reach that level of empathy, and you actually sort of fully understand that there is so much going on in all life forms, and that's why all of us are equally important, even Carl, even Darren. So we mustn't visit violence upon their bodies, but if we did, it wouldn't be funny, okay? Because them's the rules. Do have a lovely Tuesday, please do. Yeah, it'll be nice. Think of them as elephants. That's lovely.